The key to treating chronic high blood pressure and ED is addressing arterial stiffness, which is largely driven by arterial calcification. But if you're like most people, you're missing a critical piece of the puzzle: vitamin K2. When calcium, which is meant to be in your bones, leaks into the elastic walls of your arteries, it turns them from soft, flexible tubes into hard, rigid pipes. This forces your heart to pump much harder to push blood through, driving up your blood pressure, especially the systolic top number. Furthermore, rigid arteries cannot adequately dilate, making sufficient blood flow for an erection impossible. Vitamin K2 is the master regulator, the biological traffic cop that directs calcium out of your soft tissues, arteries, and into your hard tissues, bones. In this video, I'm going to explain the calcium paradox, reveal K2's specific role in vascular health, and give you 3 actionable steps to ensure you are getting enough of this missing nutrient to restore your flexible arteries and improve circulation. Disclaimer: please remember that the information shared in this video is for educational and awareness purposes only. These suggestions are not a substitute for professional medical advice. Viewers should always consult with their physician or a healthcare professional before starting any new supplement or making changes to their prescribed treatment plan. Hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more health tips. Let's begin. The mechanism by which vitamin K2 acts as the missing key is through its reliance on a powerful protein called matrix GLA protein, MGP. MGP is the body's strongest known inhibitor of soft tissue calcification. MGP, however, is useless until it is activated by vitamin K2. Once activated, MGP latches onto calcium in the artery walls and sweeps it out, reducing stiffness. This simple physiological function is the foundation of our 3 routines. Routine 1, supplementation. Because K2 is scarce in the modern Western diet, the first routine is ensuring you get an optimal daily dose through supplementation. The crucial form of K2 you need is menaquinone 7 or MK7, as it has the longest half-life, meaning it stays active in your blood for days and is most effective at reaching the arteries. The goal here is to activate as much of your MGP as possible. Clinical studies often point towards an effective therapeutic range of 100 to 300 micrograms of MK7. Importantly, K2 is a fat-soluble vitamin, so you should always take your supplement with a meal that contains some healthy fat, like avocado or olive oil, to maximize absorption. Remember to always inform your doctor, especially if you are on blood thinners, as high doses of K2 can interfere with certain anticoagulants. Routine 2, vitamin D pairing. Our second routine involves strategically pairing K2 with vitamin D3. This is where the calcium paradox becomes dangerous. Vitamin D3 is essential for strong bones because it dramatically increases the absorption of calcium from your gut. If you are taking D3 without adequate K2, you are essentially accelerating the absorption of calcium into a system that has no biological traffic cop, MGP, to direct it properly, thus increasing the risk of it being deposited in your arteries. The routine, therefore, is to never take high-dose vitamin D3 without K2 or MK7. You must pair them. The D3 gets the calcium into your system, and the K2 directs it to your bones and teeth, away from your heart and penile arteries. Look for combination supplements or take them together to ensure this synergistic mechanism works for, and not against, your vascular health. Routine 3, dietary boost. While supplementation is often necessary for therapeutic doses, the third routine is maximizing your dietary intake, focusing on the most bioavailable food sources. The body primarily relies on fermented foods and high-fat animal products to get K2. The highest known source is a fermented Japanese soy food called natto. While natto has a strong flavor and may not be accessible to everyone, you can focus on more palatable sources. Your dietary routine is to consume foods rich in MK4, the shorter-chain K2 variant, and fermented sources for MK7. This means regularly including high-quality, grass-fed butter, high-fat cheeses like Gouda and Brie, and egg yolks from pastured chickens. These foods, while often feared for their fat content, contain the necessary K2 to manage the calcium already in your diet. By integrating these specific items, you give your body the natural tools it needs to continually clean up the arterial calcium that causes stiffness. In summary, Vitamin K2 is the missing link that solves the calcium paradox. By activating MGP, K2 reverses arterial stiffness, which is the root cause of high systolic BP and inadequate blood flow for ED, thereby ensuring your cardiovascular and sexual health remains in the best form possible. If you found this video empowering, please consider subscribing to Heart and Health. That button helps us reach more people who need this vital information. I'd love to hear from you. Had you ever heard of the calcium paradox before today? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care of your heart.